Strumming is supposed to feel simple, but for a lot of players, it's the part that feels the least simple. If you know your chords, but your strumming feels stiff, inconsistent, or nothing like the rhythm of the song, you're not alone. I see this all the time, even from players who've been playing for years. And after teaching thousands of lessons, I can tell you this is one of the most common sticking points that guitarists face. The good news, strumming isn't about talent or natural rhythm. It's a skill and a learnable one. And once you understand a few core concepts, everything clicks into place. So in this video, I'm going to give you a clear, practical framework that takes you from choppy and uncertain to strumming with confidence, the way real players do. And if you want a free PDF to follow along with, I've got that linked down in the description below. All right, let's get into it. Before you can strum anything with confidence, you need to know what rhythmic grid the song is sitting in. And that starts with one simple question. Is this song built on 8th notes or 16th notes? If you don't know that, strumming will always feel like guesswork. But once you can hear the difference, your right hand suddenly knows exactly what to do. So let me show you a really simple way to count it, feel it, and lock into the groove every time. Step 1, learn to count and identify 8th notes and 16th notes. Learning to count and identify if a song is based in 8th notes or 16th notes is crucial to being a good rhythm guitarist. Let's listen to a couple of tracks and talk about identifying whether the groove is in the 8th note grid or the 16th note grid. First, here's a backing track based on the song Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison. It's a really popular strumming song. So first I'll count quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the snare drum, the drum that has that kind of cracking sound to it, is usually played on beats 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8th notes break the beats into 2 parts. So now we count twice as fast and we get this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And if we listen closely, the drums are playing 8th notes on either the hi-hats or the cymbals. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And basically whatever the grid the drummer is focused on with their hi-hats or their cymbals, that's the same grid that we want to be in. So the drummer here is in the 8th note grid, so I want to be in the 8th note grid as well with my strum. Now, I could count 16th notes. That would sound like this. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E, and it's kind of comically fast. Like, there's no way that I would strum. So the 8th note grid is by far the most common strumming grid that you're going to encounter. Now let's look at a song in the 16th note grid. So one thing that is counterintuitive is that when a tempo is faster, you will probably be strumming 8th notes because 16th notes will sound too fast. And when a tempo is slower, you'll probably be strumming 16th notes because the 8th notes will sound too slow and not really fill up the rhythmic space enough. So let's look at Can't Always Get What You Want by the Stones. So I'm going to start by counting quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you could probably tell that if I were to strum in that grid, it would feel too slow and sparse. Now 16th notes. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E. So that's the grid that the drummer's playing their hi-hats or their cymbals on. And that's the grid that we need our strum to be in for this song. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a... So here's one thing that I want to make especially clear. Once I identify if the song is based in 8th notes or 16th notes, I'm no longer counting in my head. I am hearing the appropriate subdivision, but it's more like an internal metronome. So without numbers or words attached, it goes from 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a to just I'm just feeling that subdivision and getting my strumming hand to move up and down in that grid. Sometimes counting it while playing can cause people to overthink things. That brings us to step 2. Don't break the arm motion. So the key to fluid strumming patterns is not to break your arm motion. If you're playing eighth notes, your arm will be moving down on beats 1, 2, 3, 4, and up on the off beats or the ands. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. If you're playing 16th notes, your arm will be moving down on the beats and the ands, and it'll be going up on the e's and the uhs. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and 4 E and down, 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 down. Your arm won't stop that motion, so the strumming pattern becomes a matter of whether you hit the strings or not. It goes from 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and hitting every beat, or just hitting the strings on certain beats. Step 3, common strumming patterns. There are a really small handful of common strumming patterns, and these will cover the vast majority of songs that you will encounter. And after you internalize these patterns, every new pattern will be way easier to learn. Let me dive into these really common patterns. Let's start with eighth note patterns. The first pattern is what I call the universal strum because it is so popular. The pattern is down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. You hear this in songs like Brown Eyed Girl. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. Stand By Me. And Wicked Game. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 4. 1, 2 and 4. The other big strumming pattern in the eighth note grid is one that you hear a lot in country, bluegrass, and Americana, and it's down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wagon Wheel is a good example of that. Now let's look at the popular 16th note patterns. The most popular 16th note pattern is this one. Down, down, up, down, down. Down, down, up, down, down. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and 4. For context, here's that strumming pattern in You Can't Always Get What You Want by the Stones. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. Here's that same strumming pattern in Breathe by Pink Floyd. Here it is in Don't Let Me Down by the Beatles. Another 16th note pattern that is funkier is down, up, down, up, down. Down, up, down, up, down. 1 E and a 2 E, a 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. Down, up, down, up, down. Here's that pattern in use in Fire on the Mountain by the Grateful Dead. Here it is in Use Me by Bill Withers. And the third common 16th note pattern is down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down. 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and a 4. 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and a 4. And this pattern is used in Blue Sky by the Allman Brothers. 6/8 patterns. While most songs are in what they call 4/4 time, basically based on 4 beats, there are a number of songs in what they call 6/8 time. Don't worry about the numbers for right now. Just know that if none of the 8th note and 16th note patterns that we looked at work for a song, you might want to see if you can count the song in 6/8. This is common for slow, ballad-like songs like Tennessee Whiskey, Gravity, or House of the Rising Sun. First, let's look at Gravity by John Mayer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 6/8 time, the snare drum hits on beat 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8th notes would sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 1 and 2. So that's the grid that we would want to play in 6/8 time. And the common strumming pattern: down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the same strumming pattern that I would use over a song like Tennessee Whiskey. Down, down, up, down, 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 down. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6. Note on strumming without a pick. So although I think strumming with a pick is clearer, more consistent, and easier for most people, some people don't use a pick, and that's totally fine. For these folks, there are 3 common ways of strumming without a pick. You can use your index finger, Some people put their thumb with their index finger as if they're holding a pick. You can use your thumb. And both of these methods work great, but you have to note that you're strumming with the flesh one way and with the nail the other. And this can feel or sound inconsistent, and it's tricky for some people. The third way is to strum down with the flesh of the thumb and up with the flesh of the finger. I don't think any of these methods is superior. I just encourage you to try all three of these if you do pick with your fingers and see what works best for you. Step 4, embellishments. The last thing I want to show you are a few really common ways that the pros embellish their strumming. Bass note on beat 1. So the first way is just playing the bass note on beat 1 and strumming the rest of the chord for the remainder of the pattern. This gives you a more drum-like feel to your strums. Muting on beats 2 and 4. This is commonly heard in 16th note strums. Here we mute out all of the strings with the karate chop part of our picking hand so that when we strum the strings, we get a percussive pick sound. And we do this on beats 2 and 4. For example, I'll take the first 16th note pattern we learned earlier. Down, down, up, down, down. Down, down, up, down, down. And now that becomes down, mute, up, down, mute. Down, mute, up, down. In context, it sounds like this. On the funkier 16th note strum, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. That becomes down, up, mute, mute, down, up, mute, up, mute. Embellishments to the chord from the scale. So another common trick the pros use is creating movement by adding notes from the key to the chord that you're already strumming. One of the most common examples of this is taking your D chord and either putting your pinky on the 3rd fret of the E string and taking it back off, or taking your ring finger off and putting it back on. Now, technically, the chord name changes when you do that, but it's not important. You're still basically playing a D chord. You are just creating a little extra movement. And this works with any chord once you figure out the other notes that are in the key. Lifting the strings off the frets. The last trick that pros sometimes use that can make your strumming sound funkier is lifting the strings off the frets. This works especially well when you're using caged chord shapes without open strings. So lifting the strings off the frets stops the sound of the fretted notes, which gives the music more space and makes the rhythm clearer and funkier. So here I'm playing Fire on the Mountain, and I'm not lifting my fingers. Now I'm going to lift the strings off the frets. Doing that makes the rhythm much more pronounced, much clearer. And really, my default position when I'm doing that is my fingers are on the strings, but I'm not pressing them. So it just gets a little clicky sound. And then when I want the chord to sound, I squeeze so that the string presses into the fret. The more staccato or short your chords are, the funkier the rhythm sounds. Note, I'm not lifting my fingers off the strings. I'm just lifting the strings off the frets. The takeaway. Once you realize that there are only a small handful of really common strumming patterns, the task of learning to strum seems much more finite and manageable. I suggest picking a half a dozen easy strumming songs and see if you can fit one of these strumming patterns to it. My guess is that there is one strum on this very short list that is the strumming pattern for that song. After doing this for a while, your strumming hand will just go on autopilot. And again, you can download the strumming pattern diagrams from this video by clicking the link down in the description below. And if you want to learn how to go beyond just strumming open cowboy chords, watch this video next and learn how to extend your chord playing all over the guitar neck. And if you found this helpful, please hit like and subscribe. My goal is to help you keep making real progress without getting buried in music theory. Thanks for spending some time with me today. I'll see you next week.